This episode is brought to you by Skillshare. The first 1,000 people to sign up using the link in the description will get their first 2 months free. For a company to last 50 years is a commendable achievement in today's age of tough markets, economic woes, and corporate acquisitions. But this hasn't always been the case. Today, we take a look at 8 companies that have survived through centuries of economic and political upheaval and market competition. What types of businesses stand the test of time? Well, looking at the companies that have succeeded over the centuries, the infographic show can report that people like to have somewhere nice to eat, somewhere pleasant to sleep, and they like to get drunk from time to time. The majority of these organizations are family-run affairs catering to a specific need, but some are government-backed. From Japan's longest-running hot spring spa hotel to Ireland's most historic pub, all these companies have truly stood the test of time. Let's take a look in today's infographic show. The oldest companies still in business. Established in 705, the Nishiyama Onsen Keiunkan in Yamanashi, Japan, is the world's oldest hotel and possibly the world's oldest running company. Samurais and shoguns have come here to unwind in the natural hot springs well over 1,000 years ago. The healing baths of Nishiyama Onsen Keiunkan drew visitors from both near and afar, and they keep coming back. The secret to their successful longevity may well be attributed to their staffing policy. 52 generations from the same line have looked after the hotel's operations. Staff positions are passed from parent to child to grandchild, and by doing so, the operation remains as one cohesive unit. Over 1,000 years of knowledge is housed all under one roof. Other hotels and hospitality businesses would do well to take note of the success of the world's longest-running hotel. But this isn't the only ridiculously long-running Japanese hotel. Another that has stood the test of serious time is the Seinen no Yukoma. This traditional Japanese inn was founded in 717, making it the second oldest hotel in Japan and one of the oldest companies in the world. Again, centered on ancient bathhouses, this establishment was founded by Gonokami Hayuki and ran by his descendants. 1 year later, in 718, the Hoshi Hotel opened its doors and was once thought to be the oldest hotel in the world until it realized the other two had been in business longer. This establishment has been owned and managed by the Hoshi family for 46 generations and still exists today. Hungary, the St. Peter's Stiftskeller restaurant in Salzburg lays claim to the oldest restaurant in the world. It was already doing brisk business in 803, according to a document penned by a traveling scholar. St. Peter's shut its doors briefly during Napoleon's invasion, so has not technically been in continuous operation, but given the length of time the establishment has run, it makes our list. The original dining rooms are carved into the stone cliffs beneath the Hohensalzburg fortress, giving the place a cavernous feel. The restaurant has hosted some high-profile customers, ranging from kings and queens of ancient times to more recently Bill Clinton and film star Clint Eastwood. Salzburg boasts being the birthplace of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and the Stiftskeller caters to this legacy with weekly Mozart events. Once a week, musicians dress up in period costume, and patrons of the eatery will often play along, wearing traditional garb including lederhosen for the men and drendel for the ladies. You can never really go out of business making money. A mint is where the government produced coins and other metal objects of intrinsic value. The Royal Mint was established in 886 in London, UK, under the company name Royal Mint Limited. The mint is owned by Her Majesty's Treasury and has an exclusive contract to supply all coins for domestic circulation in the UK. Not a bad business to be in. In addition to coins, they produce various types of memorabilia, including commemorative coins and medals, and precious metal bullion. The Royal Mint exports to around 60 countries, making up to 70% of its total sales abroad. Originally operating from the Tower of London, the Mint lasted at this historic site next to the River Thames for over 800 years before relocating to the Royal Mint Court in London. Come the swinging 60s, the Royal Mint shifted base to a 38-acre plot in Wales, where it remains today. A confirmed ancient boozer is Sean's Bar. This public house dates back to AD 900 and is listed in the Guinness Book of World Records as the oldest pub in Europe. The walls of the pub are made from wattle and wicker, dating from the 10th century, and the pub was briefly owned by pop star Boy George in 1987. The location is right in the heart of Ireland, on the banks of the River Shannon. It stands next to the 12th century Norman castle, whose residents may well have popped into Sean's Bar for a pint back in the day. Originally named the Priest's Inn, the Bingley Arms, which was established in 953 in the UK, claims to officially be the oldest public house in Britain. Traveling back in time from AD 905 to AD 953, this pub is said to have been a safe house for the persecuted Catholic priests. From around AD 1000, the establishment was used as a courthouse. The back garden homes a yew tree that is older than the pub itself. Located in the village of Bardsey near Leeds, Yorkshire, this pub was serving pints of beer when the Vikings were conquering parts of the nation, and before England had its first king. The lounge features a fine period Dutch oven, and the chimney boasts priest holes, hiding zones for persecuted men of the cloth. Most records indicate that the Château de Goulin began bottling wine around 1000 AD. This winery is set inside a castle that has been home to the same family for over 1,000 years. The first in line to take the realm of the chateau was John de Goulin, also captain of the city of Nantes for the Duke of Brittany. The chateau was rebuilt at the 12th century, and then once more in the 16th century after Christophe de Goulin traveled to Italy, whereupon he discovered Renaissance architecture for the first time. Dazzled by the spectacle, he replaced the medieval castle and erected in its place a stunning Renaissance chateau. Several of the rooms were fitted out in the Italian style. The chateau was sold by the family in 1788, only to be bought back in 1857. Along with producing fine wine, the chateau also functions as a museum, housing numerous collections of valuable art produced during its 1,000 years of operation. The de Goulins continue to run this operation, thought to be the oldest European family-run business. Next up on our list is the Weihenstephan Brewery. The brewery has records dating back to a 768 AD hop garden, but the establishment was officially licensed by the city of Freising in 1040. The nearby Weltenberg Abbey also claims to be the oldest brewery in the world, but their official operation startup date is 1050, so it seems that Weihenstephan hold the title. From 1923 onwards, the Weihenstephan Brewery joined forces with the Technical University of Munich to improve their state-of-the-art brewing facilities and operate as a kind of school of beer. The brewery produces a range of pale lagers and wheat beers that are considered by beer nerds to be some of the best in the world. Weihenstephan also has a wide range as a recognizable beer brand, exporting all over the world, and their brand is known immediately to the most committed beer drinkers. So there we have it. 8 of the longest-running companies in the world. An honorable mention goes to the Japanese Kongo Gumi Company, established in 578. This construction company ran for over 1,400 years before falling on hard times in 2006 and eventually being purchased by the Takamatsu Construction Group. Do you know how to run a good company that can last for decades? Would you say you're a good manager? Whether you're great at it or not, we can all get even better. That's why we've been taking a Skillshare class called Introduction to Project Management, Methods and Tactics for Success. This class has something for everyone, including essential skills to being a project manager, the psychology of people management, and where to begin in your own projects. This is just one of the many classes that Skillshare offers. In fact, they offer over 20,000. And if you use our promo code INFOGRAPHICS33 or you click on the link in the description, you can get a premium membership and take unlimited classes for free for 2 months. Join Skillshare and improve your skills today. What's the longest running business you can think of? Is it on our list? Be sure to let us know in the comments. Also, be sure to watch our other video called Top 20 Happiest Countries to Live in the World. Thanks for watching, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.